Trust me. Hello everyone, always a pleasure to sit here to talk about ladies doing tech. This is Ladies Talk Tech, the show where women, innovation and technology have a seat at the very big table. I am your host, Chinatu Oji. Trust me, it is very pertinent to note that in a world where digital tools are reshaping how we earn, save, invest and build wealth, financial literacy is no longer optional. It is now very essential. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, you'll be understanding why that is very essential, because we have somebody who's going to make that happen for us, a woman who is passionate about helping young professionals take control of their financial future. Stay with me. Let's go on this break. Welcome back from that short break. Like I said, joining me today for this very important discussion is no other than Victoria Ambrose. She is a strategic thinker, problem solver, and financial expert with a strong background in banking, finance, and investment. She is the lead voice behind Financial Talk with Victoria, a platform dedicated to empowering young people with the knowledge and tools they need to achieve financial independence. With over 7 years of experience in operations and financial advisory, Victoria has built expertise in financial planning, investment analysis, wealth creation, savings, and budgeting. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be exploring how technology is transforming financial decision-making, the role of fintech and digital tools in wealth creation. And to help us share that insight is no other than the beautiful, beautiful drum rolls, everybody, for Victoria Ambrose. It's so good to have you.
It's so good to be
Your skin is popping, girl.
Yeah,
What's the secret?
I was just about to say you look very beautiful.
Okay.
As always.
Okay. Thank you. So good to have you. How do you feel today? How did you spend it's Yuletide, right? So how's it been?
It's been good. I'm so happy to be here and to sit and talk about money.
I know you like money. That's why we're getting into so very well. Now that you've told us that you had a great time, let's get straight into the questions today. And the first question is, with over 7 years of experience in operations and financial advisory, what would you say has been your most rewarding project so far? I mean, you have a wealth of experience building projects in financing. So what's been the biggest project so far? Take us down memory lane.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Over the years, I've worked with organizations, companies, scale up. I recently dived into the, peer-to-peer business where we try to help young professionals. But prior to now, it was just organizations, management, leadership. And one of the things that have been my rewarding project will be a project I concluded sometime last year with the World Bank. It was an event where we had to talk about organization, corporate governance. We had it partnership with Murphy, and for me, being part of something that global and having to see the project from start to finish, where you had to allocate tax and get them to do the job and do it on a global standard, because we have global persons coming in as well. I think that's one of my most rewarding. Another would be helping a previous company where I used to work achieve something that they have never done before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for me, that was a good one. I was transferred from. I'll tell you the story. I was transferred from Port Harcourt to Abuja for work, and the branch wasn't doing well, and I had to do my best. So that's part of my operations in finance. So getting into the branch, the branch wasn't doing well. The manager was frustrated at that time, and I was there also as a supervisory for sales. And then having to put in ideas. I'm a strategic thinker. My power is in my brains. So
Clock it.
clock it, yeah.
Clock it.
So you could. I hate routines. I hate take the file, find this. That I hate that. But when you have to tell me to solve a problem or to scale up or something, that's where you see me. Then I start to think, how can we do this better? That's where my strength is. So we had to start brainstorming, and then I said we could do this. They have never done this open sales where customers bring in their goods, and then it's like an open sales. I'm trying to remember what they call it, where they have like
is it an exhibition?
Like an exhibition, that's
Okay.
it. So it happened with iFitness Center where I worked, and then the branch in Abuja, Gwarinpo. They've never done something like that before. And I was like, we have over 1 million clientele. Why don't we do this? It's going to cost a bit. They're going to pay for it. And the clients were happy. So it was a very good customer engagement. It made them feel part of the family. That was a project that was a lot, because we had dignitaries as well coming in, Wandeco and so many other people like our clients to that particular center. So it was really a good project for me. So those are one of.
So I'm very impressed that your brain could do that magic, and I love how you said, "Oh, I'm not a routine person. I'm not this person who wakes up by 2 a.m. and you know what to do by 3 a.m." So does that mean that you do not have a plan? Because when people hear Victoria sit here and say, "I don't like routines," and I mean, coming from somebody who is also a financial expert, you know how they say stipulate certain amount to save. Does that have anything to do with not having a plan?
That's not routine.
Okay.
So when I talk about routine, I'm talking about in the corporate organization.
Okay, so you don't like conventional things.
I don't like when it's static.
Okay.
You just come to the office, you know that you have to wait till somebody submits something, and then you take it to somebody to sign it, or I hate it.
I hate it for you too. I think now that is out of the way, I want us to talk about women. Till today, we still have many women who struggle with budgeting and saving. So could you share practical steps that they could make to, especially as we get into 2026? Budgeting, saving, women, we spend so much on wigs and hair. Thank God I do not have any. But yes, let's talk about that too. Budgeting, saving. How do we ensure that we are also not just women who want to look beautiful, but women who are power movers in terms of finances?
So this is one of my most passionate areas. A lot of people don't know that somebody else's idea about you is not your life. People are so moved by stereotype and trying to please somebody. So you find yourself going broke just to impress somebody that don't give a fucking... They don't care. Really. And you spend a lot just to look like somebody that will tell you do good at that moment, and that's it. And your future is going. So I feel like women need to wake up to the fact that you are your life. In the next 10 years, it's you that will be in that life. So whatever you make for yourself right now, you will stay there. So when I talk to women, I tell them that you should know what you want in the next 5 years. Knowing what you want shouldn't be that, I want to be a billionaire's wife. I don't know if people still do that.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. That's a financial insurance, Victoria. Are you for real? Oh my God. I don't have to work anymore. I just get my bills paid.
Yeah,
Dogo, no.
That kind of treatment.
That's also financial escape. But I mean, we're talking practical, because not everybody will end up as that. And even when you end up as their Dogo, you still have to be financially intelligent and smart to keep that money going. Right.
Well, even if that's Dogo is very good, we agree. But the idea that that's your plan is wrong.
Crazy.
Because that's not a plan. That's greed.
Oh.
That's greed. That's not a plan. The man is, okay, if a man is saying, I want to also be a wife of Udogo, go you know.
Well, a digress.
I think we all should be realistic right here, right?
Great.
I have a life. Oh, I'm 20 now. When I'm 30, this is what I want for myself. I want to be financially independent. I want to have a business going. Whatever your dream is, it could be that I just want to be able to afford my own space and have a car and have a stable job. It could be that I want to see the world, whatever your plan is, right? The next thing you need to do now is, what lifestyle can I do to get that plan? So you see, saving, budgeting, the reason why a lot of people don't do that is because of they just want to please others. They're pressured by other people. So one way for you to first of all focus on your savings and budgeting is to understand where you want to be. When you know where you want to be, you take practical steps. I earn 100,000. For instance, or 200,000. I want to have 2 million naira by the end of the year.
With 100,000. Great.
I'm just
saying. I know. I mean, I'm just excited. I'm looking at the average Nigerian with 100K salary, and you plan to have 2 million naira.
Okay, so if I tell you that I made my first 1 million when I was earning 70,000.
Boom. Tell us that story. Because I think these stories like this are very inspiring. However, I like to hear stories like this in whole. Because it sounds like what some motivational speakers will say. You know, they come up, I built my first restaurant with a grain of rice. You know, or I made my first 10 million naira with 1,000 naira. How exactly did that happen? Because I'm sure there are young girls watching, there are young people who are watching, and they want to make their first million this year.
Okay. So I was earning 70,000 and I made my first million.
Oh.
We'll show you practical step how that happened. Firstly, I was living with my parents.
Okay, so no rent issues.
No rent issues.
Great.
Definitely.
Because I like that you're pointing that out, because some people just say I made and there are no backstory. So no rent issues. Great.
Yeah. No
feeding?
No feeding issues as well, to an extent. And to an extent, maybe the economy was a bit more favorable than what it is right now. So maybe those are my advantage. But then it was also the determination that I want to first make this. I started by making 500,000. I didn't make 1 million at a go. So I made 500,000 and then I invested it. And then the 500,000 made me a million.
Oh, great. So investments.
So that was how it came. But I got that capital from 70,000. And what people don't understand is that the more money you have, the more money you can make. And if you don't have any money, you can't make any money. It's just simple logic. It's simple mathematics. If you don't have any money, you can't make any money. That's why they say the rich get richer. It's not just because they steal. It's because they understand that when you have money, you can make more money. When you don't have anything, people that are waiting till when manna fall from heaven before they save, they're doing themselves
when they marry, they go.
And that's why you see, you're 30, you're 40, the elders is not coming, you now maybe marry one guy that's managing, because you've programmed your mind. Yeah, God,
I'm just saying. That's still, I mean, he's touching money. So it's something. It doesn't have to come into your account. The fact that you have to deal with it, it counts for something.
Or people in the cashier in the bank.
Oh, yes, the tellers. Oh, my God.
They count
at least they earn, yeah.
They count foreign currencies as well. Like, you know, when you go to this bureau, they change. See different type. Well, it's not their money. And then the woman now starts getting agitated, angry. There's so much pressure on the family. Why? Because they don't understand this. Some people earn a million naira and the next thing they want to get a rent of 4 million. Yes, you can afford it. But it doesn't make any sense. How can you go from year to year? You don't have any savings. I say the idea about saving is not how much you save, but the consistency in it. If you can't save when you earn 100,000, you still will not save when you earn a million naira.
Good.
Your appetite increases. Like, additional money doesn't take away your desire, doesn't make you a better person. It's just like your character. If you have a bad character, even when everything is okay, it will still show. Because somebody don't need to offend you for that bad character to reflect. It still will reflect. Same thing with your savings, your financial life. If you're not financially disciplined, no matter how much you earn, you will still be reckless. You will still have financial struggles. So first thing, know what you want to do with yourself. That's the first step. Your projections, know that. Secondly, take practical steps to achieve it. You cannot be saving 10% if you come from where I come from, depending on your background. If you have a background that they don't have any, trust fund for you anywhere, and you are saving 10% of your income, when? Do you want to, even if you work for additional 30 years, you still will not get anything. I encourage, so right now, I save up to 50% of my income. Because I know that I have a long way to go. I know. So when you know where you're going, you know how to walk towards it. Personally, somebody that is taking...
You can fly with pigeon. I mean.
Personally, they go 10 miles and somebody that is going 100, they don't walk at the same pace. Especially when you know that, I have 30 minutes to go to 10 miles. Another person has 30 minutes to do 100. You can be walking one step at a time. The other person will be running. Because you know that same thing with your finances. So if you know where you want to go, then you know the step to take. So at least 30%, depending on your background, depending on the level of support that you have or do not have.
Okay.
Then reduce your lifestyle. I always say lifestyle. See this weak thing. So there was a period where I didn't braid. Because when I had to braid my hair, I would spend 15,000 on braiding, and then 3 weeks is off, another 15,000. So you check 15,000 in 12 months. So that's over almost 200,000 naira in a year, right? That 200,000 is done for the year. I can't use it again the next year. 200. But then if I get a week, 2 weeks of maybe 70k, that's 150,000. The 60,000 that would have gone for the extra week is still there. And that year serves me for another 3 years. So sometimes these things helps. You have a colleague you could follow home, and you decide to use both. These things, it looks like nothing, but this is how you cut costs. Because if you want to have more to invest and save, you need to reduce expenses and look for loopholes where you could reduce these expenses. You have a mother house that you can go and take food, and you decide to be making food every time you are. Why? Go to your mother house and carry food. Like these things,
the little things.
Like it looks very unassuming, but they are very important, and you need to cut costs to be able to save.
Okay, we need to cut costs to be able to save. So I like that you've spoken that way, but maybe you should just point out some major mistakes that young people make when managing money and how we can avoid them, especially because you've mentioned some of the things that I know many people are guilty of. Sometimes it's ego. For instance, you don't want to follow your colleague because, they don't like you. So, so why do you want to get into a car of your enemy? That could be a thing, but that's very important. So there's ego problem. That's what I'm looking at. So at what point do we draw the line? My ego or my savings or my financial discipline? So point out those mistakes and tell us how we can fix them. You've mentioned some of the things, some of the loopholes, but how about the financial mistakes that we make? Birthdays.
I must take a shoot. I spend 200,000 on that shoot. My makeup and everything is really necessary.
And I have to, because it's my birthday, I can't sleep at home. That's just like vacation. Because it comes once a year. And when they talk about these things, it's very realistic. Because of course you want to feel special. But at what expense?
So have you heard of sacrifice?
Okay.
You have to sacrifice for the future you want. If tomorrow you want to be able to travel to every country and any country, delayed gratification. Maybe I won't take a shoot for the next 5 years.
Victoria, what if you're not alive for that time? Because I know somebody said that online, and the guy said, "Oh no, life is once. Chop am now." The guy now said, "No, delayed gratification should be the end result you're looking out for." The guy say, what if there's no light at the end of the tunnel, woman? What if I die before that time? I beg, I checked today.
Are you planning to die?
So those are the kind of thoughts that come into people's mind.
Yeah.
Life is once, I'm going to live it. So, talk to those people.
Please, live your life. In short, finish your savings. You see this the period, right?
That's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm just encouraging you.
To have a balance. We want to do oblate and save. How do we create that balance?
There's no balance.
So I can't do oblate and I can't save.
No! Come on! Do oblate or save.
No.
Life is one. Eat shawarma every night, right? Or decide to cook in your house and put the other one. It's choices.
It's just a choice.
Life and death. That's what the Bible says. Right? Choose. Everything is in your hands. Like, you just need to make a choice. Nobody is saying that don't enjoy yourself. Do that. At the expense of your future, go ahead. But if you know that maybe you have an insurance somewhere, of course you can. But if you don't, then you think that oblate you want to do again. I'm just saying, like, we think it, right? So that's one of the problems that young people have. They want to enjoy everything now. It's good. So something happened. Let me tell you a story. Something happened recently. A colleague of mine had a wedding.
Wow.
Something happened recently. A colleague of mine had a wedding, and I was going to spend a lot of money, from the ashwabi to my makeup to everything. And I had a big production coming up. And I was like, once I do this production, right? And then I do this wedding. Because for the wedding, at least 200k will go. It's not a lot of money, but like, it's 200k that I'll use and do something else that I know that would have major impact in my future. But then I was like, I love this person. If I call this person, send her 50k, you could tell me thank you. It's better for me.
Yeah, financial.
Yeah, I will not have any picture to post that I went to, Saturdays are for. I won't have that, but I also understand that a time is coming when I won't have to make this sacrifice. That's what keeps you going. When you understand, it's just like a pregnant woman that they say, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't eat that. It's not going to be forever. It's for a while. After that time, you can do whatever you like. But when you eat your future now, when I tell young people, prepare for retirement, they think maybe, I'm just 25, I'm just 30, retirement is like till 60. It comes like this. And the truth is, problem may they finish. So if you ignore it now, by that time,
for you,
it's there. So you cannot have it all. You can't eat your cake and have it. You either make sacrifices or you don't. Anyone you choose is good. But just know that when some people are doing like this and you're like, why is my life not like? It's because you are because you don't have savings. Then how can you even invest in your skills, in your knowledge? You want to do your masters, for instance, and you don't have a family that can sponsor you, and you don't have any savings. I went to school. I went to use JAMB, my money. Why? I saved. I had to work 3 years after secondary school to be able to afford to go to the university. Imagine if I was working and spending. So I started saving very early. I had to save. I could remember the first money I took to the uni was 200k. Right? I was still a teenager. I was less than 20. I took that money, and it was back then when money still had value. I took that money to uni. My money. I traveled for post-UTME. Everything. Why? Because I always worked. They're going to pay me 30k. I'll take the job. 40k. I did more. You get. So these are things that young people need to understand. You can't eat your cake and have it.
Can have it.
Whatever path you choose, it's fine. But if you actually are interested in wealth creation and one day being financially stable, then you have to make some sacrifices. Automate your savings. Don't assume that I'm going to save. No. So if you have to put a standing order at the bank that once this money comes, take out 20k and send to this, they'll do it. It's so easy. Just write something for them, give them. Automate it. So before you even start to make any expenses, your savings are secure.
It's gone, yeah.
And then when you save, I always tell people, don't save to buy clothes. Because people have different reasons why they save. They save to pay rent, which is good. For food stuff, it's good. But I always encourage save to invest. So if you're saving to buy rent or to buy food stuff, it's good, but you're still at the same position, you're still at the same place, you're not moving. But when you save to invest, that's when you grow. That's when you cannot talk about you're creating wealth. So save, take that money, invest it.
So what I'm taking from here is that if you must be big with, wealth creation, learn the sacrifice, and learn it now. It's not in future. Sacrifice now for a bigger tomorrow. Which takes me to the next question. Your profile speaks a lot about you driving expertise and growing, stakeholder engagement. Can you tell us about how financial literacy plays a role here? You've been a business strategist, obviously, and stakeholder in engagement too. How does that play a role here?
Okay. So I remember when I told you one of the projects that I did, it had a lot to do with stakeholder engagement, because now you had to engage these stakeholders, which are also your clientele, and then they had to trust you with their money. So we're talking about brands big brands. I'm terrible with names, so I really don't have their names. So we're talking about big brands coming, and we have, like I said, iFitness Center had over 1 million clientele, and these people had to trust you with 50k. So 50k times, that's a lot of money, and it was my account it was coming into. If I don't have the financial discipline, I will jackpot with that money. I'll live well, you understand. But then they could see the track record that this person had the character, the integrity that it takes for us to trust her to handle this project, because I was solely handling the project. And it came out beautifully. And the manager that was actually in charge of the band just kept saying thank you. She was so grateful. And I was proud, because I could see this thing. It was an idea that was in my head. I could see it from start to finish. No loopholes. Everything was good. The clients could trust you with that finances. Because, you know what I did? I just had to open an account where I can't touch it. So we went to the bank, made sure that, a little secret, make sure that I didn't use the right information to open it. When I mean right information, I didn't give them my NEPA bills, all those things that limit your account, that once a certain amount enters, they block it. So that there's something that the bank do. Once it's above 200k, they close it. So that was the account I used. And I know that the money that was going to go in will be more than 200k. But because I wanted them to block it so that no withdrawal can happen until when it's time, that you don't then give them all your NIN and everything and then open the money. So that was what I did. So I just gave them an account like that. I opened this normal account, and then when it got to a particular amount, they blocked it. Money could come in, but money could not go out. So that way, no matter how desperate I was,
you couldn't touch it.
I couldn't touch it.
That's smart.
I couldn't touch it. So when it was time for the event, I just had to go submit everything and then get the money out. And that was how I raised my first 500k to invest as well. I put it in an account, blocked it. I could be starving. I have money in the bank. If I go to the bank, by the time you queue first time, second time,
you just give up. You just give up, like, keep the money.
Like, I'm not, just be like, and before you do that, money will come. Before you say first time you go to the bank, before the next time, money, you definitely see something that would keep you. So all these are ways where, it helps.
Okay, let's talk about Financial Talk with Victoria. What is the story behind it? And I see that you're very passionate about professional. It feels like you've met many professionals that are not financially disciplined. Why did you not target market women? Why did you not target market men or just random people? You're key on professionals. It's like, we do oblate too much. The 95 people do plenty oblate.
So one of the reasons why I am more interested in young professionals, because growing up I saw a lot of 50s and 60s that they used to have money when they were in their 20s and 30s. So some would say, I bought this land when I bought this house. But right now, some are even selling it. And then you're like, what went wrong? At least the ones that are wise even bought houses and land to sell to be able to survive. Some don't even buy anything. The only thing they say, I used the latest phone at that time. That's what they'll tell you. I was driving this car. That's what they'll tell you. And people that know them will say, yes, sir.
Was a happening man,
And then I now started asking myself, what happened? what happened? You know, the siblings that they say, my father is harmony, now something happened. You know, it was partly
I was just rich now.
so it was partly the situation that we were in. My dad used to be, you know, and I really like, then what happened? Information was lacking. Knowledge was lacking. The money was coming, they were living the life, which is good, right? But then live the life and plan. So I targeted young professionals because I feel like they are the next people that would experience this same thing if they don't correct it now.
Okay. That was very thoughtful.
Yeah.
What have you been so far?
Funny, truth be told. Much older professionals are the people that engage more.
Oh, they've realized their mistakes. Oh my goodness, I can just imagine. Do you have any success story from all of that so far? Anybody who's taken, you know, advice from Financial Talk with Victoria, from Victoria, and they've accessed freedom? Any success story you want to share?
Okay, so though the brand is less than 2 months or 3 months, I've always been a financial expert, like I said, but I've always done it in the corporate words. I've never been so
Exactly. So is there, I want that success story, whether it's a personal, whether it's from somebody you know, a mentee, a friend, somebody you gave that financial advice and it worked for them.
Okay.
I mean, you spilled all of this, so we want to see a success story.
Okay, so I'll tell you a success story.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story about Amaka.
Oh, Amaka. She didn't disappoint. Wait.
She didn't disappoint.
Okay.
She came correct. Amaka used to earn 8,000 thereabout. One time in around, so I'm going to give the year so you guys can calculate it so it doesn't look like motivational. Around 2015.
Okay.
Amaka, that's like 10 years back. Amaka used to earn 8,000 every month as a monthly income. Amaka grew her income from 8,000 to over $1 million every year in that space.
Between 2015 and 2025?
Yes.
Or 2030?
No, 2025. No.
Wow.
No, are you?
How did that happen?
Okay. I remember I told you. So Amaka grew her income from 8,000 every month to over $1 million every month.
What did she do?
When Amaka was earning 8,000, Amaka was able to save over 300,000. Like I said, Amaka has always been a big saver. Amaka always believed that the power is in the money. It's good though to have somebody supporting you, but I think the Bible says that it's better to give than to receive. So it's better when you are the one supporting people. So she always had the ideology that she wants to be the Odogo. It's good to have an Odogo, but she wants to be the she wants to be the Odogo. So from that time, she already knew that I don't want to be beggarly. I don't want to depend on anybody for my survival. Amaka was the last child of 4. And so actually Amaka should chill and just be taken care of because they were going to take care of her. But then she knew that it wasn't going to be global standard what she was aiming at. Because if somebody is taking care of you, the person will take care of you beyond their level. So you can't be aiming for something higher than the person taking care of you. So Amaka was aiming 8,000 in a catering shop. At that point, Amaka learned the skills of catering, started baking, because she was working there. So she was very strategic to pick a job that would help her earn skills. So if you cannot invest or save, at least you could learn something. In that, Amaka entered into tech, went to learn computer, just to, increase her earning power. Because the more you know, the more you earn. So she wanted to increase her earning power, so she went into tech, learned some things. That gave her a better platform to earn more. Amaka, increased her income to like 30. She was earning like 30K every month. It still felt like nothing, but it was better than where she was coming from.
So it's just like Amaka kept growing her earnings and her income, and then she was able to save up to $1 million. Is that where the story ends?
Something like that.
Okay.
And then she started earning over $1 million because she... So I was saying something, I said she knew when to break the bank. She knew when to break the bank.
Okay.
Yes.
I love the Amaka story, but time is not on our side anymore. So we'll go on a break. When we return, it'll be time for Tech Quick Bite. You're not ready for this one. Let's go on this break now.
5G is still rolling out worldwide, but work on 6G is already in motion. South Korea, Japan, and Finland are leading trials, with commercial deployment expected around 2030. 6G aims to use terahertz frequencies to deliver speeds up to 100 times faster than 5G and latency as low as 100 microseconds. That's fast enough to support real-time holograms, autonomous fleets, and massive IoT ecosystems. The ITU has begun setting 6G standards, while companies like Nokia and Samsung are actively developing hardware. By 2026, early 6G pilots will give us a glimpse of the post-5G world.
Welcome back. We've been talking with the lady behind Financial Talk with Victoria, and we've just been looking at how not just women, but everybody can, be emancipated from financial slavery. A lot of people have had to. We've been talking with Victoria Ambrose, and we've been looking at how women and everybody can just, get free when it comes to financial bondage. We have a lot of young professionals, Victoria, who have to battle with saving, doing obli, living the life. So there's that point where they don't know how to draw a balance. And thank you for answering all of those questions and doing justice. But now let's look at the Tech Quick Bite. You're not ready for this one. The rule of the game is very simple. You pick it as I drop it. Yeah. No guesses. First, if a phone could shout one money mistake young people make every day, what would it be?
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle, okay. That's the energy. And next, budgeting apps or investment apps, which one gets more screen time on your phone?
Investment.
Investment, good girl. Be honest, if fintech had a superpower, what would you want it to fix instantly for young professionals? She's taking time, but
I think it would be saving and investment.
Saving and
I
investment.
think they already have things like that. So.
Okay. When people see Victoria, what do you want them to see? She had to think.
I already know, but like financial consultant.
Financial consultant. If you had to delete all your finance apps except one, which one survives and why?
I think Bamboo will.
Bamboo will survive. Why?
My money is there now.
Okay. AI as a financial advisor, what would you trust? Let me take that again. AI as a financial advisor, would you trust it with your money, yes or no, and why? AI, not textful now, it's just AI. It could be a chatbot.
I know. You're good, right? But I'm better. So.
She said AI is good, but she's better. Did you hear that? AI is good, but I'm better. Okay. I mean, if you've put in a whole 7 years, how old is AI? I mean, you put in a whole...
Give me the information, I'll work with it.
I'll work with it.
Don't do the final for me.
Thank
Just
you.
Give me what
Just give me.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, I want you to speak to young women, especially who are looking first to come into the finance space, or those who are still struggling with saving, with budgeting, with investment. What lessons do you want them to take into 2026?
Can you take that again?
Speak to young women. Speak to... Let me not even limit it to just young women, because we are all going into 2026. A young woman will meet a young man. So everybody, what do you have to say to young professionals, young people generally, about habits they need to take with them into 2026 when it comes to saving, investments, and budgeting?
Okay. So I would say determine where you want your money to go in 2026. Long and short.
Okay.
It's all up to you. You have the power to choose what you want your money to do for you. And then you got this. Everybody's figuring it out, guy. We're all figuring it out.
I like that you say that, because some people seem to have it all figured out.
Nobody does.
People do not know that that's all a sham.
Nobody
Sometimes
does.
it's just a camera.
Nobody does.
Behind the makeup, behind the whole glow and
Nobody
the popping
does.
skin, people are just figuring it out, and they're living it as they go, one step at a time. So you've heard from the financial expert here. You'll all figure it out.
You're all figuring it out. Just make informed decisions that best suits what you want for your life. I always say what you want for your life. No, because everybody know what they want. Some people just want to live the now. Some people want to be able to take care of their children, and so just what you want for yourself, and then determine what you want your money, where you want your money to go in 2026. Don't start asking yourself, where did all my money go? No, know where you want your money to go. So send your money to where you want it to go.
I've just been smiling from cheek to cheek because I've had to learn. You brought the book, but I've been the one jotting. So I've had to learn so much. I have many lessons I'll be taking with me to 2026. So thank you again for coming. Pat Hawk. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
It's been a delight.
Thank you.
Your voice alone is like...
Oh, that's captivating.
So relaxed, just hearing you talk. Just keep talking, please.
Thank you so much, Victoria. You have to pay for that. I think I must now monetize everything. My voice, I'll monetize it. You can't hear me talk without
paying.
paying.
You make that money, you save it.
Yes, I'll invest it. Now, I also think that we do more saving than investments, and it comes with the information. So some people think it's better to save because they do not know that it's better to invest. And because of the fear, the assurance that comes from saving, you know it is your money. But investment, what is?
They do more of saving because they want to be able to spend it.
Mm.
Not because they don't know what.
Are you sure?
I feel like people want to have money to spend because when you put your money in investments, it's not there.
You take
anymore.
off your mind.
It's not there anymore for you to spend.
Yeah.
Imagine you invest in real estate. You will not say because I need 50k, make I go sell my land of 2 million. Like, I don't know if you get.
Yeah, you can. But it's hard to touch the money.
But people want what they can. They like liquid cash, which is good. Liquid is good, but like, know the percentage that you want to be liquid in.
So after this, I'm taking a personal lesson with Victoria, and we'll be looking at how I can invest all my money, all my wigs, or everything I have.
Invest
everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we call it a wrap on this edition of Ladies Talk Tech. And we've been talking with Victoria Ambrose, the financial expert, and I'm sure that she's done justice to the conversation. It was so good to have her join us. If you have questions for Victoria, please do well to reach out to, the moment you see this video, just comment and tell us the questions you have for Victoria, and she'll be ready to respond to all of them. My name is Chinatu Oji, and it's always a pleasure. Do not forget to follow us across the different social media platforms at Idea TV. Until next time, it's bye for now.